might just have to eat all you guys. I do that every morning. Oh. This guy seems to have calmed down. Cringe. Don't mind if I do. Drinking their water. A real man's fridge. Hey, good morning, Kanye. Obama's last name is... Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be finishing the fencing over there on that part of the property. But as you can see, Karen and Kevin are eager to be reunited with their children. They come here every morning to say hello to them and to give them little kisses. As you can see, old Uncle Ben went ahead and cleaned up the house a little bit. Yeah, I cleaned my house today, Mom. Ever heard of it? Oh, you guys been asking me, Uncle Ben, what is your morning routine? You gotta tell us again and again every video. Well, it starts with me waking up and yelling something cringe at my Cappy Blappy. I then read an entire book, doesn't matter which one. Then I come out into the living room here and then I take their Cocoa Puffs and dump them out. Today I'm going to feed this pumpkin plant. Then I turn the hose on to wash this nasty thing out. And this gets worse and worse the bigger they get, you guys. Also, this hose has a hole in it still. Then I grab some natural grass and feed it to them. My porta-john is gone because we don't need it anymore. And then every morning I set up an entire kennel like this. Every morning I order about 20 of those panels over there from Bar None so I can set up fencing along this field. This is an every morning daily occurrence for me. Then I go ahead and take this fresh grass that I picked and I put it in there for them. After that, I'll usually clean or replace the towels. And I'll put down a new thing of water for them. Then I'll see that they ate half the dang, what is this, a cantaloupe? And I'll look over at them and I'll say something cute like, why I oughta, or hey, I'm walking here. Then I sit down every day and I read the entire Bible at least 3 times. This is my Minecraft edition. It usually takes about 2 chapters for them to come up and start sniffing me and then nibbling on my toe. And then they'll be nice enough to let me pet them under the chin or perhaps on the chest or maybe even under the belly. And then their fur gets all floofy like this, goosebumps, and then they'll start nibbling on my toes. Also, I refill the milk there. And if I scratch him on the belly long enough, he'll flop over just like a dog. At the end of the day, these are just some cringe giant horse water hippo rats that also are basically beavers. It's like a mix between a beaver, a nutria, a hippo, and a horse. And they got these cute little ears. And if you're lucky, you might even get to see them wiggle. Sometimes if you poke them like this, you'll get to see them wiggle. Boop. Oh, but they aren't like dogs in that they'll like just lay on top of you whenever they're getting scratched and they like you. At least not yet. But now I know how to tell between Gort and Quandale Dingle. This is Gort. He's the one that doesn't have the spot on his nose. Quandale Dingle does. Quandale Dingle is this little guy. Quandale Dingle has this little scar on his nose as well. I pet him for at least like 5 to 10 minutes or maybe even 20 or 30 if I'm really feeling it. And that's really all it takes for these guys to come up to me and be friendly. And scratching their ears for like 5-10 minutes is all it takes for them to close their eyes and be like, oh. Then I come out here, I change the water for these babies, I give them some more food. But today we got something special planned. As you can see, Kevin is angry and defensive, so I'm gonna go ahead and fence him in on that side of the yard. As you can see, he's still a little bit of a boy. And then I like to go whoop, 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 whoop. That's every morning, I do that every morning. Oh, ah, ah, ah. Why would he do that? He's never done that before. Don't mind if I do. Look at this little lady. I'm going after your wife, Kevin. Just kidding. With the heat like this, the chickens are basically wild. They just keep giving birth. Oh, little bleeder there. I got all these panels here from Bar None Country Store. And I'm thinking about going ahead and just fencing off all the grass here for those babies. Hey, good morning, Kanye. How are you doing today, beautiful little man? The next video will be a Kanye special. It's going to be a sheep shearing video. And then I'm going to ride him. But we have a few different random tribes of chickens here on the property. More recently, some of these mothers have even started their own tribe. How am I still finding pieces of trash like this on the property? What even is this, YouTube commenters? I know one of you guys knows what this is. What is this thing? But yeah, all the chicks seem to be doing really well. Whoa, is that a cringe? The geese are doing okay. They just molted. Chicken just eating food from this bag. And then the baby who likes to hang out under the trampoline. It's really pretty adorable. He likes to just sit under here. Whoa, he's got some cake. Morning, Mr. DeBaby. Are you enjoying the 4 hours of the day that are actually nice and cool? By nice and cool, I mean 80 degrees, DeBaby. Wow, don't mind if I do. As you can see, they have 2 little nails here on each foot that are just for grooming. And then they have 1 big toe right here. So they only have like 3 toes, I think. A very handsome little man, very beautiful. Thank you, DeBaby, for coming to my property and hanging out every day. I really appreciate that. I know you're a very busy man. Okay, I just set up all of this by myself. That was nice, very wonderful, very easy. Our friends at the greenhouse down the road dropped a bunch of lettuce off for us. Okay, gate's closed for good now. I'm never opening that again. That is all done. I still have a gate. I still have some extras here and some extras over there. And I need to make this kennel. But you know what? I'm really bored and I'm gonna do that right now. now. Man, this is gonna stink. As you can see, I went ahead and cleaned the porch a little bit. Now Big Ounce is a little bit closer to the house. So when I want to bring this little man inside, I just open this thing up. This is his morning greeting noise. Him kissing me with an open mouth is his way of socializing. And then I take this little chubby man and I say, hello, Cappy Blappy. Have you been enjoying sitting in the same place? They haven't even pooped yet. Wow. Here you go, children. Have a little prairie dog. His name is Big Ounce. Oh, he didn't care about you guys. How's it feel to be ignored by an adorable little man named of Big Ounce? See, he just wants to follow me everywhere. I just started walking out and then he was like, please, Papa, please. And then I clean out my fridge and wipe it down. And yes, ladies, this is what a real man's fridge looks like. How's about y'all go in the comments and say, wow, Uncle Ben, that sure is a nice fridge. I hope my fridge will look like that someday. And then I take my trash out. No, did I mention I do this all by myself on 108-degree days? After I take my trash out, I try to resist the masculine urge to gaslight every woman in my contacts. Yeah, I got pumpkins growing. And no, I haven't done that kennel yet. It's 106 degrees. Might need to stock up on some more gallons soon. Now I'm gonna take the emus and the rhea and move them over there into that back area. Okay, it's not easy to move these guys at all, but I like to just grab them like this, push their feet up to their chest, and then I carry them like this. This way they can't freak out and flail around. Ultimately, it's not that hard. You have to be a strong man to be able to do it. Look, he's still got little boogies in his eye. Okay, it is a lot harder to move young rhea. They are way, way harder to move because they kick a lot more. But this guy seems to have calmed down. I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, very good. And then I spend about an hour monitoring them and picking up all the trash that they might eat that might impact them. Even though I spent about 30 minutes to 45 minutes doing it earlier, it looks like they've already forgiven me for picking them up. There's a big rig that just drove by. These pecan trees are amazing shade for them. So all day they will have shade in this area with the pecan trees. Now I just need to get water and food in here for them. But they can eat all this grass. You have to be super careful when you're moving them like that because you don't want to break their leg. They've got really fragile legs, especially when they're young and developing, but that's the only way to move. They're happy in here. There's tons of enrichment, things for them to poke on. Not really out of the danger zone just yet. They still have a decent mortality rate at this age, but they're a lot better than they were when they were that size. Okay, that's 3 down, few more to go. And once a day, I make a little creek for these guys to drink out of. There's also a good bit over there. And I'm gonna refill this because this is empty now for some reason. Look at these little boys just drinking their water. What's great is that even if they fall in, they're still gonna be fine because it's so hot. Come on in, Hamilton. Good news, we found a home for a lot of these chickens and for these ducks. I will miss them, but honestly, because it's so hot, we want them to go to a home that already has a pretty good pond set up. And we found a great place about an hour away that all these guys can go to. Over in East Texas where they're not getting a terrible drought. Look at this man, he's so weak. Okay, now I need to get some more poultry starter. But first I'm gonna take all the baby Karens and move them outside because I do not want any more chickens getting in here. These little fellas are much easier to move. And putting them out here will be much healthier for them so they can develop their legs. Just kidding, they escaped immediately. And then they came right back inside. Quite cringe if you ask me. Look at these men just vibing in here. Burrowing and whatnot. Being adorable. Kissing each other. Bobbing in the blanket. Okie doke, I went and got a hose at Orshel. Now these guys have plenty of water. No, Hamilton, this isn't for you. And now they can all be happy in here. I can refill this pretty easily. And it looks like we might be getting the first rain we've had in a month. This little stinker likes to tip over feed buckets because all you guys always ask me, oh, Uncle Ben, what are all the behavioral differences between emus and rhea? Which you never asked, but if you did. I've never seen a rhea chick get in the water, but emus always do for some reason. Here's something a little bit encouraging. They picked this off immediately, which is annoying, but they didn't try to eat it. So I'm not concerned that these guys at this age are gonna start eating trash. I'm still gonna pick up little things like this because this could be bad if they eat it. Wow, a cloud. I looked away for 5 minutes and these tents flew away. Very nice. And this flew off. Okay, got that down, but I really need to put that vent cap back on so I don't get water in my walls. But look at these boys. They are so content right now. I put that food in there so they'll stay under the tent. Okay, it is now very, very wet here and Hamilton's scared of the rain, the little dingus. All the rhea are just sitting down. This is what they do. They just sit down in the rain. They're at that age now where they can just hang out in the rain and not really worry about anything. Hopefully this grass will start to be green and edible again pretty soon. Just take a look at this, you guys. We're finally getting rain again. The tables are getting cleaned and the baby's hanging out under the trampoline. Also, we have a tree frog here that comes out every night. This man really hiding under a trampoline for shelter. The rain's clearing up a little bit, but look at that, you guys. Isn't that nice? And well, 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 well. If it isn't the three amigos committing some kind of heinous war crime. Dare I say it. What kind of war crime are you committing today, Mr. Ounce? I don't know what you guys are thinking, but you look real guilty. This man, on the other hand, he couldn't hurt a fly. I might even just have to eat him. I might just have to eat all you guys. How's about I put you in my mouth? That's it though, guys. Thanks so much for watching my video. I love you. I appreciate you. And oh, almost forgot to tell you. Hey, it's me, Editing Ben, and this is my hand, I promise, scratching the little clappy blappies. They now lay on top of me, and they like to go to nibble my hair. That's it. That's all I wanted to say, everyone. How's about you go like this video and check out our merch and support us because we're trying to get a sprinkler system.